Good morning, everyone. My name is Sergio. I'm the facilitator for Power Pro Plumbing, Heating, and Air. And today I'm here with Julian. He's one of our plumbing technicians.
Pleasure.
How long have you been working with Power Pro Plumbing, Heating, and Air?
Well, all thanks to you. So it's been about a year. It's actually coming up on a year in a couple of weeks. I was actually out of a job at the moment, looking to find my next plumbing company. And my wife found your billboard on the 605 and told me to give you a call, and you're the first one to answer. So
Perfect.
the reason why I'm here today is, I will honestly say, it's because of you. So I do appreciate that opportunity, first and foremost.
Hey, you're welcome, but give credit to yourself.
Yes, of course.
From the minute that I started talking to you, I noticed that you were a good communicator, but most important, you were a listener.
Exactly.
And that's sometimes what our customers are looking for. You know, no one wants to be sold anything, but people are willing to talk to you, and as long as you listen and you understand their problem, then we're problem solvers.
People just want to be heard at the end of the day, and it's not so much of letting them tell you about, oh, my dog died last week, or this and that. It's that I feel as plumbers, we go in with the intention that we want to help. We want to be a facilitator. We all wear different work hats, and safety expert, facilitator, technician, so on and so forth. And I feel with customers, it's fairly easy for us to really tune in and hear what's going on and being able to zero out everything else, because when we are there, it could be an emergency, it could be an inspection, or it could be just, I want to upgrade my system. But at the end of the day, if you do not listen, then you're everything's falling on deaf ears, essentially.
Here at Power Pro Plumbing, we really like to help our technicians. We like to develop them and to advance in their career, right? We have weekly trainings. How has that training helped your process when it comes to going out and helping customers?
You know what, it's a really good question. And the reason why is I feel training is different for everyone. Me personally, I like getting as much repetitions on a process as much as I possibly can. Obviously, we have a process in which we talk to our customers with, but in general, it's a good reset. I start work on Tuesdays. So coming into training first, I'm having I'm fresh off the weekend, everything's good, I'm ready to roll. This tends to get me centered back in, locked in, dialed in, whatever you want to say, for the rest of the week. So I really look forward to training, and not only does I sharpen my tools, but you hear others' perspectives. Obviously we try to collaborate as cohesively as possible with our other technicians, but at the end of the day, I do really prefer, when I'm really listening to you and what you have to offer, whether it's you, Carlos, Raul, any information's good information as far as I'm concerned.
Let me ask you this question. I know recently you went to Nexstar Training for the service system training. What did you get from that?
What didn't I get is the real answer. Honestly, I went in very reluctant. And the reason why I say that is I had my own prejudgment on what it was, what I was going to expect. And literally 2 minutes into the training, he sets the expectation, the rules, and I'm like, all right, this is structured. I like structure. But his first comment he said was, "Open your eyes." And I hearing that, and first things first, it's like, oh, motivational stuff. I know what I am, I know who I am. But as the days progressed, my eyes truly did open. We're very fortunate to be a Nexstar company. That is something I strongly agree upon, is that we have the opportunity to make sure our technicians, our management team, inside sales, be the best that they possibly can. And reality is, when the biggest thing is value in this industry. How far does your dollar earn? How far does your technician go? I feel being a Nexstar company, that's just the icing on the cake, that we truly do practice what we preach.
What do you believe moving forward you could apply with your customers when they have an issue? They call us out to go out to their homes, and we're there to solve their problems. What can you say, hey, moving forward, this is what is going to help me and the customer?
First and foremost, it's this agenda card here. It's giving a visual aid for our customers to, one, understand our visit, two, the amount of work and value we put into, whether it's an emergency call, a safety inspection. We're gonna be your facilitators. We're gonna guide you through it, hold you by your hand, per se, but we're gonna make sure that you understand the purpose of why we're here. At the end of the day, we would love to be everyone's plumber. We would love to be everyone's company of choice, but we truly do value our current customers as well as our new customers. We welcome you to obviously experience this. It's definitely an experience you will not get anywhere else. It's tailored to the customer, and I feel at the end of the day, as human beings, we just want to be heard. We want to be made felt important, not in a superficial way, but when we have a problem, especially plumbing, no one likes to have a plumbing problem. I'll be completely frank. and they tend to sigh when we come and knock in on the door. You know, they get kind of like, oh, the plumber's here. No, that's not the point of this. We just want to make sure that your problem's taken care of as soon as we can possibly begin, whether it be today or any other day moving forward. But at the end of the day, we just want to make sure that we're taking care of problems.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Most people see value when they take their kids
Most
to
definitely.
Disneyland, and they're in there enjoying these times with their family members and creating memories, right? So that has value. But at the same time, you know, living in your home, making sure you have hot water, making sure that you have a working drain. I mean, all these things are important. And why not, you know, we go out to their home and explain to them what to expect while we're in their homes, and we try to create as much value as we can.
Most definitely.
So then that way we could be the preferred plumbing company moving forward, right?
Of course.
And Julian, anybody that's thinking of joining our company, what can Julian tell that person, that applicant that's thinking about, hey, let me call Power Pro, let me go in and fill out an application, or let me create a resume and email it to them. What would you say to those applicants?
It's very simple. If you have any, you know, aspiration to be invested in you as a plumber, as a company man or woman, you know, this company truly does build you up from the ground up. What I mean by that, you can have 10 years experience, you can have a year experience, you can have no experience. At the end of the day, we want to give you the opportunity to first and foremost be the best version of you, but we also want you to be a part of something that, in my opinion, I have a lot of buddies in the industry. There's nothing, and I mean there's nothing like working here. And that's the truth.
Outstanding. Well, thank you, Julian,
I do
for
appreciate
being
your time.
part of this. I appreciate your time. And hey, everybody out there, thanks for your time. You guys take care.
Thank you.
Power Pro. Great people, great